Hi guys, today we're going to talk about making decisions in JavaScript. Decision making is very crucial in any programming language, including JavaScript. Our apps and our websites ask us questions every now and then, and the app they render something based on the answers that we give. If I go on my LinkedIn and I try to delete a post, I get a modal that is telling me to choose one or two options. Do you want to save or discard? If I choose save, the app does something. If I choose discard, the app does something. So the app is reacting based on a condition that I'm rendering to it. How then do we create these conditions in our code? How do we teach JavaScript? How do we use JavaScript rather to make decision in our code? So at its core, what an if statement does is that it allows your code perform an action based on a condition. If the condition is true, then the code that is in the if block will run. Let's look at a basic example. Say we want to check if a number is positive or negative. Let's write an if statement, or let's declare a number variable. Let number equals 5. Then we declare our if statement. You can see we have our if statement. This is where you declare your condition. What condition do you want to use to render this if statement? So our condition is that if number is greater than 0, that means number is positive. Console.log the number is positive. So if the number is greater than 0, we want to see this console statement. Let's check. Our number is 5, so it is definitely a positive number. But let's check in our console and see if this, let me run this, node decision.js. Decision.js. Okay. All right, so we can see this is my console. We have the number is positive, and that is correct because our number is greater than is equals to 5, so it is greater than 0. But if I change my number to say a negative number, say -7, and I have this, let me see this, let's run again. You can see that I do not get any console statement, and the reason why I do not get this console statement is because this if block, it didn't run. The reason why it didn't run is because this condition is not met. Our number is less than 0. Our number is -7, so it is less than 0. So if this condition is not met, this whatever is inside this block does not run. So that is how the if statements work at its core. But let's go further and see more complex application of the if statement. So we also have the else and else if statement. The else statement provides a block. Whatever is inside the else block runs if the condition is not met. If the condition declared is not met, then the else block runs. Let's see it in action. So let's declare else, then the else block number is negative. So if number is greater than 0, console.log number is positive. Else, that means if number is not greater than 0, console.log number is negative. So we have -2. What block would run? Number is greater than 0. -2 is not greater than 0. So this condition is not met. It is the else block that will run. Let's see that in action. Let's see if that works, if that is correct. Go to my terminal and all right, look at that. We have the number is negative. That means it is the else block that runs and not the if block. And the reason why it is the else block that runs is because this condition that we declared here is not met. This condition is not met, and that is why the else block runs. If the condition is met, the if block runs. If the condition is not met, the else block runs. All right, apart from using the if and else, we can use the else if. The else if statement helps us to add additional condition. If you look at our code, we only have one single condition. number is greater than 0. That's the condition that our if and else block are working with. But we can have another additional condition. We can keep having conditions using the else if statement. Let me remove this else block and add an else if. The else if statement also accepts a condition. You can see it accepts a condition just like the if block as well. And then finally, you can now declare your final else. For example, here we have if number is greater than 0, console.log the number is positive. Else if, that's additionally, if number is less than 0, console.log number is negative. Now finally, else, which is if number does not meet the two conditions. If the number does not meet the two conditions, it means the number is 0. If the number is not greater than 0, and if it's not less than 0, there's only one thing that means. It means that the number is actually 0. All right, so let's see this in action. Console.log number is 0. Let me try to run this. We have our number to be let me put -9 for now, and let's see what that gives us. -9. What's going on? All right, let's put -9. I think my keyboard is dead, so all right, let me run this and let's see what we have. If it's -9, then it means the number is negative. So the else if block is going to run. You can see we have our console, the number is negative, which is the console statement in the else if block. So it is the else if block that runs. Let me change my number to 7, a positive number. Let's run this as well. And let's see. Okay, good. The number is positive, so it is this block that runs because this condition is met. The number is greater than 0. Now let's put it to number equals to 0. If number is equals to 0, that means this condition is not met. This one too is not met. Then it is the else, final else block that will run. But let's check that and let's see our console statement. Okay. Number is 0, so it runs the final else statement because none of these conditions were met. Let's look at another real life example that has several else if statements. So look at this. We have a score, a student score to be 85, and now we have our grading system. If score is greater than or equal to 90, then console.log grade A. If score is greater than or equals to 80, console.log grade B. If score is greater than or equals to 70, console.log grade C. Else if score is greater than or equals to 60, console.log grade C. And finally, if score does not meet any of these conditions in our if and in our else if statement, then console.log grade F. As you can see, we have about 3 different else if conditions. With the original if condition, we have 4 conditions here. So let's run this and let's see. Student score is 85, so that means we should be seeing grade B in our terminal. Let's check this out. This should be grade B. Let's check. All right, we have grade B here. Let's change the score to 65 and let's check again. If students scored 65, their grade should be greater than 60, greater than or equal to 60. No. Yeah, greater than or equal to 60. So let's check. So we have grade D. So students who score grade D, grade D, 65 will be grade D. And let's check for, say this student is extremely excellent and they scored 95. That means they should be having grade A. Let's check our terminal. Let's run our code. So I always have to run node every time, yeah, because I don't want to go to my browser. All right, so we have grade A here for a student that scored 95. Our code, this block was the block that ran. Now let's give it a very low value, 25. 25 does not meet any of these conditions. Let's see what we have for that. 25 should be grade F, but let's confirm from the terminal. All right, as you can see, we have grade F. So that is that with making decisions in JavaScript. The if statements, else statements, else if statement, they allow you to name a condition, to declare a condition, and to run a block of code based on that condition. We have some alternatives to the if statement. We have the switch statements, we have conditional ternary operators, but these are topics that we'll be dealing with in subsequent video. For this video, we've been able to learn how to use the basic if statements, and we're also able to add some complexities using the else and the else if statements. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, turn on notification for more tech and coding content. I post 2 coding videos every week, so see you in my subsequent videos. Bye.